Welcome back to Cricbakwaas, and this time we have another shy expert along with the Statsboi here. And what are your thoughts on match situation, people?
Hi, this is Statsboi here. I think India. I mean, they're still on the path of recovery. I can't say they have recovered very well still. But the partnership between Jadeja and Dhoni has been tremendous. Especially Jadeja, he has shown a lot of intent and a lot of character in his gritty knock. I hope they take it much closer. They have definitely saved India from a very poor show today. So fingers crossed.
The shy expert, what do you think about the current partnership apart from New Zealand's handling of overs? How do you think it goes into match context of still keeping India in the game?
Yeah, I think it's going well. I if it goes on for another 3-4 overs, if you can get like even 8 runs or more than 6 runs of an over, then I think we're in. But right now, it's kind of I'd say 25-75, 25 in India's favor. It's still quite a long way to go, and bold overs will be key. We try to attack him, but depends on if he gets his Yorkers in or can try to uh, convert some of them into full tosses and step out and try to get some boundaries of bowls overs. That would be great. But yeah, the match is India is in it right now, but New Zealand are still heavy favorites.
I think the cut-up deliveries that Nisham has been trying to deliver, at least for most part of the current over that's going on, will also be crucial. And how good, like someone like a Matt Henry or someone like a Ferguson can do the same will also will also let us know how the game's progress is going. Because as we have seen in the matches against England, Dhoni struggles against those cutters. So those will be crucial.
I think we can never overstate India have been unlucky or not in the match progress so far. I think Kane Williamson he has been surprisingly attacking. I think thanks to India's poor start as well. After Kohli's not seeing off the swinging ball, I think they have not set a foot wrong until now. I don't think they have made much mistakes. Even Santner, just about the time he came on to bowl, I think the wicket had dried enough and there was no movement of the ball. And India was actually a bit lucky when Lockie Ferguson didn't strike out the first ball. He has been a very clever wicket taker this entire World Cup. I think it was India's approach so far has been very good to avoid an embarrassing defeat. It's still like the impact of Jadeja's knock so far has been very telling to erase of all the good efforts of that has been done by New Zealand. So, what do you think should be the focus for India in case a wicket falls at one end in the next 3 overs?
I think we still have Bhuvneshwar Kumar who can rotate the strike. In the sense, whoever gets out now, the other batsman will have to farm the strike with Bhuvneshwar Kumar supporting them by taking the singles. At this point, if we lose, then it's going to be a one-man show, mostly trying to hit the ball out, and he can't bat till the 50th over and try to take it till the end. You know who I'm talking about. So the ideal situation for us will be we shouldn't lose wicket for another 3-4 overs and go for a kill in the last 3 to 4 overs.
Yeah, it depends on which wicket falls. So if right now Jadeja is acting as the aggressor, so that'll be if his wicket falls, then Dhoni's role would completely change. But
Exactly.
yeah, so it depends on that. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar can definitely bat. He can rotate the strike. So based on which wicket falls, I think approach will change.
Okay. So, coming to the concluding
Before
segment. Yeah.
before that, I'm just asking the general question to both of you. If you are Ken Williamson now, when do you want Poole to come in? Do you want to bring him in now and try to take a wicket immediately, or do you hold him back, let them and bowl the 48th, 50th, or 47th, 49th, which is usually suggested to be bowled by the best bowler?
I think Kane Williamson. I think I wouldn't have bowled Lockie Ferguson's over right now, and I would definitely not. Okay, consider that Ferguson's over is ending. I would keep bowled for the 40th, 47th, and 49th.
Okay.
Even despite the slowness of the pitch, I think Dhoni can still handle bold overs at the end. So I would have liked more of Lockie Ferguson's raw pace against Dhoni. He struggles a bit with that, especially of Jofra Archer variations, even in IPL against the raw pace. I would have done
Okay.
that, but having said that, I think I would mix up a bit of Nisham and Grandhome's over at one end. Nisham has not been entirely impressive, so it's more of taking away the good work done by the other three pacers. I think that's what I would do. What
Your
about you,
views, Shy Expert?
Yeah, going with the like, if you look at the 43rd over, which Ferguson bowled, Dhoni was not really, he didn't look comfortable in it, and they gave like, I think he gave 2 runs. Ferguson just went for 2 runs in that over. So I would definitely continue Lockie Ferguson, but if Jadeja, hoping he does that, if he scores like 2 10 run overs, then as Kane Williamson, I would be tempted to bring Bolt in just with an over to break the partnership.
So having said that, so depending on whichever team goes out, what note would you say for each team? Let's say if it's New Zealand going out or India going out. Yeah. How about Shy Expert? What do you think would be the note for each team?
I think England, like if India goes out, India has had like, if you look at the group or round robin stages, has a fairly good tournament. Uh, they have in some ways surpassed expectations in terms of consistency. At least you would have expected them to lose more games, but from a round robin perspective, performances were good. But again, we've been top heavy in terms of batting. So getting a pure batsman, a number four, would definitely be one of the things that India would look at. And also just the transition between Dhoni going out and Rishabh Pant coming in, that I think those would be the key areas. Positives remain batting at the top, and also having more than 4 frontline quality bowlers that now we can bank upon. And even we've been seeing a situation wherein we are choosing to drop a bowler because we have to. It's not like we don't have, which has been a case within India in the past, wherein we lacked quality bowlers. So that's been good. With New Zealand, if they move on to the finals, there'll be some kind of there's always this one, like you feel like New Zealand might not win it in the finals, but again it depends. If they face England and if they play on like a 300 flat pitch, then their batting has a lot to do in that case, and they can't just bank on two batters in there. So for them, yeah, the openers part, and also middle order, like a wicket keeper who could actually bat, that would be something that they would concentrate on.
Yeah, that's well said. And I think for India's perspective, regardless of the results that go in, it's known to be top heavy. That's been a tradition for ages. Apart from that, I think like India take heart in having Rishabh Pant and Pandya around the number five position. I think that we should be searching for answers around that position rather than searching for number four. I think Yuvraj has been left unanswered for years. So that would be ideal thing to see of them competing for the spot rather than like being obsessed on the number four spot. That could be anyone could
Yeah,
just come in and place the order.
yeah, totally agreed. You can't just think about number four as like a spot just overall in the middle order. just accommodating someone that can even like if early wickets fall, then he can just bat through or at times finish the game as well. Someone to play that role.
Yeah, I think this has to be. I mean, yeah, yeah. Retired for a while. Yeah, we'll definitely meet back. I think it's rather Dhoni's topic has been done over and over. I think his keeping in this match has been very poor, and that is just the one takeaway from this. But anyway, we'll see after the match and how it ends.
Yeah, just to add on to that, this innings and or also the result uh, might be something that would impact that decision heavily. So let's see.
Yes. Thanks, boys. This is